Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is your one and only Alpha. Today, I am going to tell you another inspiring story. It is about what it means to never giving up. But before anything else, if you like hearing strong and inspiring real-life story, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. I will upload new stories 3 times each week to keep us all inspired. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive in with our story of the day. Robert Small was born in 1839 in Beaufort. He grew up as a slave as his family was owned by Henry McKee. They live in a small cabin at the back of the McKees. His mother is working there as a slave as well. Growing up, he would spend his time serving his master, Henry McKee. Henry McKee adored Robert Smalls. However, Robert's mom made sure that he remembers that he is still a slave, that even though that he is being treated well, he can be sold at any moment. As Robert grew older, his master started hiring him out. He would work for other people and his master would get his money. Robert loved the sea. He found himself a job working on the dock and ship at the Charleston port. He worked hard and over time he became an expert navigator at the Charleston harbor. He later then earned a position as a wheelman. A wheelman shared the same responsibility as a boat pilot. However, because he is a slave, he can never have that title. At the age of 17, Robert Small fell in love and married Hannah Jones. Hannah Jones is also a slave who is working as a maid in Charleston Hotel. Hannah already have 2 daughters. Sooner or later, both Robert and Hannah had a kid of their own. Robert had built a good life for him and his family. Even though being a slave, he was able to provide their needs. But he knows that their life is fragile, that any given moment, his children will be sent away and can be sold at any time. It was year April 1861 when the American Civil War began with the Battle of the Sumter in nearby Charleston Harbor. Robert Small was assigned to steer the CSS Planter. CSS Planter is a steamboat that carried goods or ammunition for the military. He quickly gained the confidence of the white officers, and he was then later on become promoted as a wheelman. He expertly piloted the ship across the coastlines of Charleston. As the war escalated, there were stories of thousands of slaves seeking freedom with the Union Army. And the Union Army was just outside the Charleston harbor. He realizes that he needs to come up with a plan, an escape plan. He needs to bring his family to the Union so that they will be free. He would use the CSS Planter to bring his family to the other side. He just needs to wait for the right moment. Small asked Captain Rillia if the Chris family could visit, which was occasionally allowed. When the families arrived, Robert Smalls and the crew revealed their plan to their families. Around 3 o'clock in the morning, Robert Smalls and his crew took the ship out. And in order to pass the checkpoints, Robert Smalls dresses as if he was the captain. He knows at the back of his mind that this move is extremely dangerous and they could be punished. However, they were lucky. They made it. The ship began to approach the blockade. At that moment, Robert changed the Confederate flag to white flag, in hope that the Union would see them before they would fire the ship. Unfortunately, they did. They saw the white flag. At that moment, Robert felt quite a relief. He knows that they are free. Robert Smalls and his crew's daring escape made it to a headline. The Union considered them as heroes. Not only they were free men, but also rewarded with money because that ship that they were carrying has ammunition. After a while, he joined the Union to fight for the same cause. After the Civil War, Robert and his family returned to Beaufort, South Carolina. Not only with his family, but of course with his awarded money. With this money, he was able to buy his master's former house. He spent his first few months learning how to read and write. He opened several businesses, including a school for the black children. His goal is to use his wealth and popularity so that he could save the lives of other slaves. He decided to join the anti-slavery Republican and became involved in the state and local politics. It was year 1874 when he decided to enter the national politics, and he was then elected as one of the U.S. representatives. He served 5 terms to fight for the rights of the African American citizens of South Carolina. Around 1883, his wife passed away. It wasn't easy for him, but then again, he remarried around 1890 and still had 1 more child. February 23, 1915, Robert died from sickness, from diabetes and malaria. Why did I want to tell you this story? Because this story is so amazing, so incredible. The story of Robert Smalls is very uplifting, very inspiring. It's about dedication. It's about hard work. Robert Small is such a badass. Being able to free his fellow people from slavery, joining politics, becoming one of the U.S. representative. He keeps on pushing and pushing the boundaries. Life is not easy. We all live in a series of situations. Sometimes what we need is our mindset. Our mindset that would tell us that you can be whoever you wanted to be, and your dream matters too. Yes, you may born as a slave, but it doesn't mean this is how you're gonna end. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this episode. Don't forget to show some love to the like button below. If you want to contact me or suggest a story, feel free to do so. My information will be provided onto the description below. Please stay tuned. New episode will be uploaded in a couple of days. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Until next time, bye for now.